Wag lang sa FDA kasi isang mataas na sa FDA napakakurap eh. Babaero na kurap pa. Ikaw dyan sa FDA, mataas na opisyal, pag nag-hearing ang DOH, bantayan mo, naniningil ka ng 10 million pesos. In fact, binigyan ka na ng 10 million pesos na isang taong kilala ko. Binigyan ka ng 10 million, binigyan pa 20 babae sa isang hotel. Pantay ka pagdating ng hearing sa DOH, expose kong pangalan mo. Watch me. Napakurap mo. Sana matanggal ka bago dumating ang hearing ng DOH. Dahil kapag hindi ka matanggal, mapapahiya ka. Siguro kasama na po dyan, magdagdag tayo ng tao. Pagandahin yung sistema. Kasi yung sistema nyo ngayon bulok.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and of course, isa pa naisip ko, we could very well seek the advice of the DOH in a second kung ano yung nararapat kasi some of them might be prescription-based. Pero kung hindi prescription-based, we can very well require that sa mga license manning agencies.
Kaya sa DOH, huwag kayo magtanong sa FDA kasi yung FDA, ano yan eh, corrupt yan eh. Sabi ko na sa FDA, ikaw dyan sa FDA, mataas na opisyal, pag nag-hearing ang DOH, bantayan mo, naniningil ka ng 10 million pesos. In fact, binigyan ka na ng 10 million pesos na isang taong kilala ko. Binigyan ka ng 10 million, binigyan pa 20 babae sa isang hotel. And yet, gusto pa ipasara yung isang pharmaceutical company. Pantay ka pagdating ng hearing sa DOH, expose kong pangalan mo. Watch me. Napakurap mo. Sana matanggal ka bago dumating ang hearing ng DOH. Dahil kapag hindi ka matanggal, mapapahiya ka. Anyway, so yun lang. Tanong ka, wag lang sa FDA kasi isang mataas na sa FDA napakakurap eh. Babaero na kurap pa. 20 babae binigay sa'yo. Sasabihin ko pa pangalan ng hotel. Ng babae ka, 20 babae binigay sa'yo plus 20 million. Ang kapal pa ng mukha mo. Tapos ngayon, gusto ko pang pasara ng mga pharmaceutical companies na maliit lang ang bigay. Gusto mo kasi 50 million eh. At saka partnership. Mataas ang opisyal, i-expose kong pangalan mo. Sana masibak ka bago dumating yung hearing ng DOH para hindi ko na kailangan pang i-expose ka. Anyway, sige po, go ask. Alam mo pangalan ng FDA? Gusto mo na banggitin ko na?
Mr. Chair, kung pwede...
Actually, binigyan siya ng 10 million eh. Humingi pa ng another 10 para maging 20. So, ang ginawa, binigyan ng 20 yung babae sa isang hotel, sa isang 5-star hotel. Ng babae, 20 hotel. Nalunod siya sa sobrang daming babae. Pagkatapos, ginood time na lahat-lahat. Gusto pa ipasira, binigyan pa ng closure notice. Napakawalang ya mo, FDA, official na napakataas ng ranggo mo sa FDA. Ikaw, sobrang taas ng ranggo mo sa FDA. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, akma yung suggestion ninyo about mental wellness kasi po kasama na po sa PEME, pre-employment medical exam ng mga seafarers, ang psychological capacity, psychological examination. So, akma po yung suggestion nyo kasi itong mental wellness on board is a follow-through. Kasi posibleng psychologically capacitated sila, pero on board is another story. So on board, kailangan may maintenance kumbaga ng kanilang psychological stability. So yun po, Mr. Chair. So akma po yung inyong suggestion.
Okay, sige po. Pwede naman po yung ibahon, di ba sir? Pagbahon sila. Mga food supplement lang. Ngayon kasi pag yung mga yung mga prescription dapat doktor na yon. Tine-check ba natin yung mga natin seafarers yung kanilang mental status bago sa sumampa ng barko? Tinitingnan natin kanilang mga medical records bago natin silang pinapayagan ng maging seafarers.
Yun nga po yung binabanggit ko, Mr. Chair, na merong psychological examination. May component, may 4 ngang components na pinakita lang si Yusek Bernard ngayon. If I may psychological examination ng mga seafarers before they go on board. So sinasabi ko po kanina, Mr. Chair, na akma yung suggestion nyo kasi maaring psychologically capacitated sila going on board, but to maintain that is another story dahil syempre napapalaot na sila. So yun po, if follow through natin yan with the medication discuss this with the industry kung ano ang posibleng baon na gamot ng bawat seafarer, and then with somebody who is trained to be a counselor, so to speak, a psychosocial counselor on board sa mga seafarers. Hindi kailangang professional, but at least somebody who could stabilize the situation at ma-refer yung ating kababayan to professional help.
So can somebody answer me, ba't kinakailangan double holidays? Holiday rito, yung holiday dito sa Pilipinas, in-observe. Pagdating sa abroad, yung holiday doon, in-observe. Sirado yung ating embahada, ating konsulada, lalo na yung ating MW offices. Bakit? May pwedeng sumagot. Is that DFA or the MW?
Mr. Chair, good morning po. Glad to see you, sir. Hope you get better, sir. Yun pong I think nakapag-usap na rin po tayo, sir. Wala po kaming problema sa pag-observe ng Philippine holidays lamang for our crew here. I think we also specifically discussed, sir, yung half days during Fridays, and I've already given instruction na hindi po pwede yung half days during Fridays. And definitely, sir, we are one with you in foregoing with the foreign countries' holidays. I think we can all attest din naman, sir, kami ni Admin Arnel, that our people work 24/7 anyway. So okay lang po sa amin, okay lang po sa amin, sir, na kami makapagtrabaho fully at hindi we will forgo with the host country holidays. The reason why I say we work 24/7 because yung pong sa shelter as well as yung mga operations to help OFWs na kinakailangan ng tulong, halimbawa paghating gabi o ano paman. So ready naman po, we stand ready, Mr. Chair. And if I may say so, Mr. Chair, napakaganda po na suggestion ninyo, such a simple suggestion to possibly solve our declag. Admittedly, we have many clients. Dubai is our number 2 post, second to Hong Kong in terms of the most number of personnel, number of client demands, OFW demands in terms of services. So it's a simple suggestion that can possibly resolve yung dami ng taong kailangan naming serbisyohan.
Okay, Yusek,
yes, the DFA rule po is that all posts are allowed 20 legal holidays a year, and they could be the Philippine holidays and a certain number of local holidays. Hindi pwedeng parehong Philippine at saka yung local country kung lagpas 20 days. So hanggang 20 days lang ang legal holidays na kukunin ng posts and embassies, and then sinasubmit yan the year before. Now, because of the problem also, na maraming Filipinos can only come to the embassies or consulates on Sundays, for example, day off. We do have some posts na open from Sunday to Thursday. Hong Kong is like that, for example. Korea is like that. But you need the permission of the host government. Now, in the Middle East, they are Sunday to Thursday because of the Islamic week. No, it's Friday is like their Saturday. But UAE converted to Monday to Friday, so that's why we're doing it. Pero UAE po, and you saw that when you were there, sir. Because it's Ramadan, I mean, they would like na half day lang yung posts on Friday, but we of course have heard from Secretary Kakdak that they will remain open for the public. So po, it's not combined kasi sobra naman kung combined foreign holidays plus Philippine holiday, sobra na yun, no? Tapos meron pa yung vacation leave mo. So it's 20 days of the year.
So let me make it clear. From now on, Yusek Kakdak, hindi na magkaroon ng double holidays itong ang mga embahada natin doon, MW offices natin doon. So, pwede na i-observe lahat ng holidays natin sa Pilipinas. Yung mga holidays doon, i-forgo na. Good. Thank you.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you so much, Secretary Kakdak. And also, wala nang half day. Kasi nakita mo pagdating ko sa Dubai, init ang ulo ko, ang haba ng pila, And then, half day, sabi ko, ano mangyari? Pagdating ng alas 12, pauwiin ulit sila. Ang tagal na nagantay sa appointment, and then pauwiin sila dahil hindi na-accommodate, then mag-half day lang sila. Sabi ko, bullshit. Kaya tinawagan kita sa Kadak, and thank you. So, wala nang half day ngayon. Lahat ng mga MW officers sa buong mundo, wala nang half day, full day sila sa Biyernes. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, and Sen, as you know, we fully abide with your suggestion. But if I may just come a bit to the defense of our people, ano naman tayo, Sen? In fact, here also in all DMW offices in the country, last client serve principle, so to speak. So supposedly, wala po tayong pinauuwi. Yung pinakahuling tao na habang nandun pa siya sa opisina, walang uwian ng tao natin, at serbisyo, sisilbihan dapat yung pinakahuling taong aalis sa office natin. So last client serve principle. But yes, tama po kayo. We will remain open para mas marami kaming last client serve. Ika nga.
Okay, another thing, Secretary Kakdak, Sir Ray, sa Dubai halimbawa, more than 3 months bago makakuha ng appointment ang isang OFW natin para lamang sa tinatawag na contract verification. Pagdating niya doon sa MW office, he or she has to wait no less than 3 hours. FYI lang. And then after na ma-process na siya at turn na niya para doon sa verification, it only takes less than 10 minutes. Now, after magantay siya ng 10 minutes, after 10 minutes, papupuntay naman siya sa isang center doon, sa isang place. And she has to wait for another 3 hours na naman para lamang sa resibo. Hindi ba kabubuhan yon? I'm sorry for the word, but umila ka, nag-appointment ka ng 3 months, at nakuha mo yung appointment after 3 months, and then you waited 3 hours or more, hindi ka pa nakapag-breakfast and lunch pa. Tatawid. Pag sa mga regular days. And then, kasi half day nga lang pag sa sa Friday. And then pagdating mo doon sa counter, 10 minutes na or less. Nandun ako eh. I went through the process and observed. After 10 minutes, okay, mag-antay ka doon doon sa labas. May mga silya doon. And that person will have to wait for another 3 hours just for the receipt, just for the OR. Sabi ko, for Christ's sake. Kaya nga, nung nandun ako, sabi ko, ibigay ng resibo right here, right now. Binigay. So, ba't kasi napapahaba silang proseso? I don't know, hindi ko makuha yung logic doon. So, anyway, yun siguro, from now on, once na ibigay na yung OR, let them go home.
Yes,
Huwag na papilahin para intayin pa yung pagkuha sa OR.
Yes, yes. Sa ngayon po, we are developing a digitalized process ng contract verification para online nila ito isasagawa, and we hope to roll this out in the next 2-3 months, Mr. Senator. But of course, agree po ako sa inyo, and yung suggestion po ninyo ngayon to be more open, more working hours to be open will resolve the appointments concern. Mr. Senator, can I also ask Undersecretary Felibay, who is in charge of our overseas post, to also chime in to make her response, her comment?
Thank you, Secretary Kakdak. Go ahead, Yusek Bay.
Good morning, Senator, the Chair. Insofar po as the online submission is concerned, we will implement as what the Secretary has mentioned in the next few months. And we are also on the online verification system. And you mentioned about the payment facility. This is something po that we are also studying, so that the online verification submission and that the online payment facility will all be integrated. Naintindihan ko po yung sinasabi niyong nakapila ng matagal para lang kumuha ng resibo. But yung process cycle time naman po pag issue ng resibo ay sandali lang. But we appreciate, sir, your recommendations and your observations. On the matter, sir, of the manpower complement, much as we would like to add or have additional organic staff and local hires, we have some limitations because we have to go by the the limitations also of the Philippine Consulate General. We have already requested the Consul General for, I think, 3 times already for additional staff, but we were advised that in the meantime we cannot add staff.
Why?
Sir, because there's a system, or there's a quota for the number of personnel that will be in a certain post. So yun po yung...
Will include staff sa MWO?
Yes, sir, because we are part of the Philippine Embassy or the Philippine Consulate. May total quota po, or total number of individuals that will be part of the mission.
And whose decisions and whose policies? Is that the host country or our country, our embassy?
Sir, it also has to be coordinated or cleared with the host country.
Kaya nga, so sa ngayon, ilang staff lang allowed?
We have, according to the Philippine Consulate, and also we have written to the DFA that we requested for an additional 2 or 3 staff, but we were informed that this is a matter being studied and to be coordinated with the host country.
Kaya nga, ginawa nyo na yun. Tulad ang sa Dubai, kulang yung tao nyo sa palagay ko. So, ba't di natin dagdagan?
Sir, meron nga po kaming nakasalang.
Kaya nga, yung nakasala nga. So, kailan niyo po yung ni-request at meron ba kayong ginagawang follow-up o nakaupo lang at pinapabayaan?
Ay, sir, nagpa-follow up po kami.
When was that?
In fact, sir, after, I think we have the letter received from the DFA. That
Mag-post na kayo doon sa
Yes,
embassy. Yung mga tao sa embassy, wala namang ginagawa eh. Mas maraming trabaho sa MWO kasi yun ang punta ng mga OFWs natin eh. Yung sa embassy, wala, palakad-lakad yung mga tao na nakaupo na kaya kung
Sir,
kumakain ng popcorn man eh. Oh.
function of the assistance to
Ito
national.
na, yung Sec. Eduardo de Vega, ma'am, excuse me. Magbawas na doon sa embassy.
Right now, sir, I'm messaging the Consul General
Ayun, thank you, sir.
na dapat mag-share. Kasi ito po, years ago when we transferred nga, yung aming mga local hires ng consulate or embassies were not extended para pwedeng dun sila sa MWOs because they are part of, included na sila sa quota. But apparently, no, they need more. They need more still. So, yun nga, we will push the consulate to get the approval of the host government or mag-surrender ng kahit na 2 or 3, no? Yung tulad ng hiningi ni Yusek Bay, I'm messaging, of course, it's early
Thank you,
morning there, no? So, we'll get it done, sir.
Tapos siguro po, baguhin yung proseso, yung sistema kasi nakita ko saan may mga lapses doon. May pila, mahaba. Tapos pag sa pila, pupunta doon sa isang area na may mga upuan. Mag-aantay siya ng oras. And then, i-interviewin siya. Pagdating sa interview, ay kulang ka ng papeles, kulang ka ng dokumento, balik ka na lang ulit. He or she waited already for hours. Doon sa pila pa lang, 1 oras, pinakamababa, plus here 3 hours, 4 hours. Only to be told nung pag-turn niya na may kulang kang dokumento, uwi ka muna, sana ma. Hindi ba kababuhan yun? Dapat may sistema tayo na doon pa lang sa pila, na screen na. Oy, kulang ka nito, balik ka muna. Hindi yung nakapag-antay ka na ng maraming oras saka ka pababalikin. Nakabobo naman yun. Di ba ma'am? Can we have a system na para maging ayos-ayos naman? Yung
Mr. Chair, sa papagkaalam ko po sa proseso, kapag sila ay pinababalik na, they do not start again to go through another process of waiting. Kapag follow-up submission na lang po ng documentation.
No, sir.
Nevertheless, I will check,
No, sir.
Mr. Chair,
mangyari sir,
process.
he and she has to go to the same process again. Makikipag-appointment na naman sa computer system, and which will take another 3 months.
Mr. Chair, rest assured, with the digitalization effort that we are undertaking, it will be faster for an
Thank
OFW
you.
to go through the contract verification process. I think I need to say that ito pong mga nagko-contract verification, ito po yung lumilipat ng employer. But
Or yung iba sa kanila, sir, gustong umuwi ng Pilipinas.
at yung, first time, opo. Yes po. Sila ay lumipat ng employer at kailangan nila ngayon umuwi ng Pilipinas. So that kasi kung different employer na po sila at mahirapan po sila in terms of being screened by the BI here. So they need to go through another process of contract verification with us. But I need to say, Mr. Chair, that around 70% of those OFWs who do not need contract verification go through the purely online process already. So sa lagay na yan, Mr. Chair, lumuwag na yung proseso. But nevertheless, I completely agree. There are definitely serious areas of improvement dun sa mga nangangailangan ng contract verification. Kasi yung mismong pagkuha lamang ng clearance, purely online na. Ito na lamang ang bubunuin natin yung mga kailangan ng contract verification, and we vow to have a digitalized system within the next 2 months, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sige po, sana iksi-iksiyan po natin yung appointment schedule.
Yes po. Iklian po
Sana wag
natin.
naman pong umabot ng more than 3 months. Diba? Baka po din natin iksiyan. Find a way na mapabilis. Siguro kasama na po dyan, magdagdag tayo ng tao. Paganda yung sistema. Kasi yung sistema nyo ngayon bulok. Sobrang bulok. So siguro po sa pila pa lamang, meron na taga-screen
Yes.
na security guard doon. Siguro local natin. O tao lang na taga-screen. Ano bang sadya mo? Contract verification. Titingnan. Ay, kulang ka sa requirement na ito. Sir, ma'am. At least hindi na siya nag-antay ng 4 na oras. Doon pa lamang, minuto lang inintay niya. 5-10 minutes. Kulang ba? Opo, balik ka na lang. At since pumila ka na rito, mamarkaan ka na namin doon sa loob na kapag merong isang section doon sa website na doon ka pupunta na para hindi ka na magantay ng 3 months kasi galing ka na dito at kulang na yung inyong dokumento. So kaya hindi ka na kailangan pang umantay ng buwan, pangantay mo na lang araw. So pagbalik mo, meron kang ibang linya. Yun po siguro mapapaiksi.
Yes, Mr. Chair, definitely we will speed up the process. Yes, Mr. Chair, we will speed up the process.
Thank you, sir.